Okay, it is officially blackberry season here in Washington. Blackberry bushes are kind of an... Do I have my phone? Yeah, I do. Blackberry bushes are kind of a nuisance, if you ask most people around here, because they not destroy everything. That's very over the top. Oops. They don't destroy everything, but they do manage to wrap their prickly little vines around all of the other species of plants and trees and houses and anything that kind of is around here, and so they can be very annoying. People actually tend to hire goats. Apparently goats are really good about getting rid of blackberries. My family has a couple goats, and that's why we have a couple goats, because they eat the blackberries. However, one part of the year they're so welcome, and that's blackberry season. Toward the end of summer, beginning of like school year time, it was always a big deal right when we were getting to school again. The blackberries would be delicious, and you could pick blackberries everywhere you went. Basically, you'd go on any walk, and you would have a snack everywhere you went because you could just pick blackberries. And yeah, it's one of my favorite times of the year because there's blackberries everywhere, and it's a free-for-all. You could just pick blackberries wherever you are. I mean, you do kind of have to play the, like, is it safe game? Like, have these been sprayed with pesticides? Do I have to wash these off? Is this something that I should refrain from eating right off of the vine and instead rinse it off and wash it off when I get to my house? It's a game you play. Sometimes you decide to just eat it right then and there. Sometimes you decide to bring them back to your house and eat them there. And sometimes you decide to make a blackberry cobbler or crisp out of them. That is today's mission. Today, we are going to my family's house. We are going to go in their yard, and we're gonna pick some blackberries because they have a ton of blackberries. So I have 2 containers here, and what I'm gonna do is actually make a blackberry cobbler or crisp. Either way, honestly, I use them kind of interchangeably. I know one is probably preferred to another, depending on who you ask. However, not me. So today, let's go pick some blackberries. Look at how good those look. And they're everywhere. Oh, look, we got a bumblebee. Oh. Probably. I'm like covered in blackberry goop. Pretty good for what? A half an hour? Oh yeah, I think we did quite well. Dad, what do you know about blackberries? What's your favorite thing about blackberries?
I love a blackberry cobbler, but I hate the bushes.
That's pretty much what I said on the way over here. They're a nuisance to deal with, but then you get these really good blackberries like once a year. And they're so good. You want some? No? Oh, they're like candy.
Smell wonderful.
They do, and I'm covered in it. Okay, so I just got home. I have the blackberries here, and I think these are quart containers. So I think we got about 2 quarts for just a half an hour's worth of work, and I think that's pretty decent. I am actually going to heat up my dinner. Oh, check this out. Like, you see my hands? They're all stained, blackberry stained, but that's how you know you did a good job. This one's not as bad because I'm right-handed, so that makes sense. Yep. It's just a part of the process. Well, I'm gonna heat up some dinner for myself in just a couple minutes because it's 6 o'clock. And then after dinner, I think I might deal with making a cobbler situation. So yeah, let's get that going. I did some meal prep. Well, I talked about this on my other channel, but I just uploaded a video on over there. If you guys haven't seen it already, it's a meal prep vegan Salisbury steak recipe. So you might be interested in that. I will link it in the description bar as well as in the upper right-hand corner in the iCard. So go check it out if you haven't already. I'm flashing, but I made Salisbury steak. Or wait, sorry. Beef stroganoff, if I can open it. Can I do it before the battery dies? Can I? Yeah. Yeah, so we have some vegan beef stroganoff. So that'll be really good. It has lots of mushrooms, it's very creamy. It has noodles of all different kinds. Oh my God, it smells so good. Okay, anyway, I need to get a new battery. So we have some really yummy sauce being heated up here. This is just soy milk, some nutritional yeast, and some crushed red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat. This is my beef stroganoff. So this is basically, 2 different kinds of lentil pasta because it has a little bit more protein and it keeps me fuller longer, I find. We have 2 different kinds of pasta, a sauce that is primarily, let's see, what is it? Like soy milk, garlic, nutritional yeast, a packet, like a whole container of like vegan cream cheese, but you could use regular cream cheese if you wanted to, mushrooms, and Beyond Beef crumbles, and that's all just mixed together to make this delicious dish. And basically what ends up happening is it gets kind of dry, and so I make up some more sauce to kind of toss in it, and I just use some tongs to kind of like, I don't know, spread it around. Here, I'll show you. And then I also serve it with a little bit of sauerkraut for the full Eastern European effect. But you see the sauce is already bubbling along the sides here, so I'm going to attempt to throw this in there. I definitely defrosted this a little bit later than I should have, so it could still be icy. We're just gonna give it a try. Oh yeah, that is still ice. Okay. Finishing the last season of Jane the Virgin, and this is dinner, and I am so excited! It's gonna be so good.
say these look pretty good.
So the crumbly bit on top is literally just oats and flour and sugar and a little bit of butter and a tiny bit of oil, cinnamon, and vanilla just to kind of bring everything together. And that's what gives you the really, really yummy crumble on top. And then the filling is literally just blackberries and a little bit of sugar just to sweeten things up. So we're gonna dive on into one of these. The other one is going to my parents because my dad let me pick the blackberries in the yard. And he's like, well, just give me Cobbler. This is more of a crisp than a cobbler, but he's like, just give me Cobbler when you make some. And so I did. So, Dad, this is coming for you. Yes, please.
Oh my god, that's so good. Guess who got a new memory card and accidentally filmed this entire thing in 4K? Oops! Up until this point, I literally didn't have a memory card capable of writing 4K, like when like read and write speeds were not fast enough on this SD card to even do 4K. And I got a 4K memory card specifically because of my channel, because I wanted to film a few workout videos, and I feel like it's just a little bit nicer when that stuff is 4K. And so I got a new memory card that can film in 4K. Yeah. Lucky you get a 4K vlog today. Let me know if you noticed a difference, if you prefer it 1080. I guess just let me know how you're feeling about all of that. It was actually pretty wild though, because I went to Best Buy to get an SD card, and like for reference, like most of these SD cards that I have, like this one has a read and write speed of 80 megabits a second. I think it's megabits. Actually, it might be megabytes because that's capital MB. Yeah. This one is 30 megabytes a second. This one's 40 megabytes a second. They didn't even sell SD cards that were that slow anymore. Like, I didn't realize how out of date these SD cards were until I had to get a new one, and I was like, crap, they don't even have the ones that I have anymore. So, got a new SD card. This one writes like 170 megabytes a second. I know that this is probably mumbo jumbo to those of you who don't deal with SD cards that often. Basically, today I learned that my SD card game was very out of date, so we had to change that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I had a lot of fun filming it. I've been really itching to go pick some blackberries for kind of a while, and it felt really good too. And I know a lot of you guys seem to really like it when there's like food stuff in the vlogs, and so I kind of I'm thinking about incorporating that a little bit more, whereas dedicated recipe videos will be on my channel. So if you're not subscribed to my channel already, definitely go check that channel out. I will link the newest video on that channel in the upper right hand corner, like I mentioned in this vlog already. So you can go check that out. For now, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.